Hey guys, I'm Tom Rohr, and I've been skating for over 20 years. Skateboarding has drastically changed my life. What better way to give back than to share everything I've learned? I'm here to give you all the details that you need to know to learn tricks as fast and efficiently as possible, and of course make it fun in the process. Every trick has that one tip that you should never forget. Once you know what that is, it's in the bag. Let's get into it. So for an ollie, you actually want to put your toe in the center of the board, because in the center of the board is when you have the most balance and the most control over your ollies. You'll also get more pop if you have it in the center of the board versus anywhere else. Some people, the mistake that they make is putting their toe too far off the edge like this. When you do that, you don't have as good a balance or as good a control. Your board leans this way, and your back foot will be leaning the other way on the board, and it actually throws it off. So what you want to do is you want to shift it back, and you want to have it in the center at all times when you're doing an ollie. Don't want to have it too far this way on this edge, because that's also going to throw off the balance from the front and the back foot. So make sure you have it right in the center, and you can feel the weight pressing down in the middle of your board, almost on your toes. You don't want your foot to be flat on your board. For your back foot, it's actually the same concept as the front foot. You want to also have it in the center of your tail, not hanging off the edge, not on this side, because you want your balance to be as good as it can possibly be. So if you have it aligned with where your front foot is on the board, your balance is going to be the best that it can be. Look at that. Think of it as a straight line. Where's your front toe? Where's your back toe? You want to be pressing down with as much weight as you can right here, right in the center of the tail. You don't want it hanging too far back either, because when it goes off this edge, you actually get less pop. So the way to get the most pop on an ollie is to have it in a little bit. See that space around the outside of the shoe there? You want to see that grip tape. So have your back toe right here, and this is exactly where you need to be to have a perfect ollie. Now that you got the foot position down, let's learn how to pop. So notice, toe in the center, toe in the center. Now with an ollie, the first thing that you need to know to do is to bend down as far as you possibly can. Like push as much weight as you can down on the ground. You need to bend your knees like this, all the way down. Some people think they can just bend a little bit like this, but they're not going to get a good ollie if they don't bend all the way down. So make sure that you bend your knees as far down as you possibly can. Basically like you're pressing down into the earth with all your might. So now that you know how to bend down, the next step is learning how to actually pop your board. So when it comes to an ollie, you got to have those toes in the right position. What you're going to do is bend down as far as you possibly can, and then you want to shift your weight a little bit at the last second. Shift your weight to your back foot so you have as much weight on your back foot as possible. So you're going to bend down. You still have a little bit of weight on the front foot, but you want most of your weight to be on your back foot. And then that's when you finally snap. So when you pop that back toe, sliding that front foot forward is the next step. So the second you pop, what your front toe does, it has to turn a little bit. See that? See how it's level when you pop it? But the second you pop, your foot turns and slides forward. And your body also lunges forward slightly with it. So you gotta slide your front foot up like this, with your body also coming forward. And as you're doing that, your back foot actually also lifts up. So you need to think, slide your front foot forward, lean forward, lift your back foot up. Because when you do that, what happens is your front foot slides up, brings your board up like this to the angle it needs to be at to get a good ollie. But your back foot has to get out of the way so your board can come up. So that's why you have to slide your foot forward, that levels out the board, and your foot coming up gives the board more space to get a higher pop. One other trick tip that I wanted to mention, another easy mistake to make when you're learning how to ollie, is that you might tend to want to turn towards the direction that you're facing. It's just like a natural thing that your body wants to do. We all do it. But when you ollie, it's actually better to stay square and kind of parallel with your board. You don't want your shoulders turning this way, because when that happens, when you try to ollie, your board might end up turning like a 180. Now you have the tools to learn how to ollie. So let's do some. Just to recap what you learned, here are your key takeaways. Keep your toes in the center of the board, bend down as far as you can, and keep those shoulders square. See you in the next tutorial. You!